good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on MTV Sports. My name is Punshani Abhirisinghe. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Two more suspects who escaped from the Avisavilla lockup arrested. Lawyers continue to refrain from carrying out their duties in protest against the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice. 5 suspects connected to the death of Hasitha Madawala remanded. 8 Graman Niladhari divisions in the Badulla area inundated. Minister Salinda Dissanayake says that he will launch the country's first indigenous medicine university. Starting off with local news, a special function was held in Colombo yesterday to induct the 32nd president of the Organisation of Professionals or OPA.
Benedict Ulivisiheva was appointed the 32nd president of the OPA. Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa was the chief guest at the occasion, while Minister of Power and Energy Patli Champika Ranawaka was the guest of honour.
Today we are living in an environment where nobody can predict what will happen to our natural environment tomorrow. The intensity of unpredictability is very high, so that even the most advanced algorithms to forecast weather patterns have become failures. The contemporary weather pattern has resulted in a severe impact to our agriculture and power sectors, in turn having a direct impact on our economic growth. Just imagine we have floods, droughts, colourful rains, continuous fall of meteorites, etc. Never heard about. We also see a daily concurrence of mini tornadoes, which we have not experienced as children. All in all, we see an increasing pattern of activities of serious environmental consequences that are happening in our planet. What is significant is future challenges will not be so easy to counter. The need of the hour is the collective approach and precise professional intervention to meet these challenges. In conclusion, I would propose that ethical, responsible and united approach to our activities is the key to success.
2 more suspects out of the 10 suspects who escaped from the Avisavilla lockup have been arrested in Koskama. Police said that the 2 suspects were arrested in the Aswatha area in Koskama. The 24 and 25-year-old suspects are residents of the Koskama and Ranala areas. Yet another suspect was arrested last afternoon in the Puakpitiya area. The suspects, who were brought from the Kuruvita prison to present before the Avisavilla court, escaped from a lockup yesterday. The Secretary to the Ministry of Prison Reforms, G.S. Vithanage, noted that it has been revealed that the 10 suspects who assaulted the prison officials and escaped had sharp weapons in their possessions. The 3 suspects who were arrested are to be presented before the Avisavilla Magistrate Court today. Meanwhile, a 3-member committee has been appointed under the supervision of Deputy Superintendent of Prisons to carry out investigations into the incident. The Secretary noted that the Kuruvita Prison Superintendent has also commenced an investigation into the incident. The 5 suspects who were arrested in connection to the murder of Hasitha Madawala have been further remanded until the 17th of this month, after they were produced before the Mahara Magistrate Court yesterday.
UBFA member of the Kalniya Pradesh Sabha, Hasitha Madawala, was shot in front of his house last Saturday. The 5 suspects who were arrested in connection with the incident are residents of Kalniya and Kirbatgod areas. The police said that 2 firearms, which are said to have been used in the murder, were found following interrogations.
The lawyers' collective requests that the judges of the Supreme Court should refuse to accept any appointment of Chief Justice or refuse to recognize any person appointed to the office of the Chief Justice and refuse to sit with the person appointed as the Chief Justice.
Issuing a letter to all judges of the Supreme Court, the lawyers' collective reiterated that such an appointment would be contrary to the Constitution, which the bar has sworn to uphold. The lawyers' collective notes that at a time the judiciary and the bar of Sri Lanka are facing the gravest crisis in the history of its existence, the bar feels that it is their duty to call upon all Supreme Court judges to act to protect the independence of the judiciary, which is an intangible heritage of the people of this country.
Meanwhile, a group of lawyers engaged in a protest opposite the main entrance to the Supreme Court. According to the protesters, various individuals have begun to threat the judges and lawyers with disgust due to the impeachment process against the Chief Justice. Moving on to other local news, lawyers of many areas across the island refrained from judicial activities today as well to protest over the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice. The judicial activities of a number of courts were hindered for a second day today owing to this. Lawyers at the Kalutara High Court refrained from today's court proceedings. Our correspondent stated that therefore the court proceedings, which were scheduled to be held today, were postponed to 15th of this month. The Kandy Lawyers Association is engaged in a strike today as well. No court proceedings took place at the Tangol court today. Our correspondent stated that owing to this, the cases which were scheduled to be heard today were postponed to the 17th of this month. This is the situation which could be witnessed at the road opposite the Mathura court complex today. The lawyers in Mathura also refrained from court proceedings to express their protest. Getting back to one of our previous stories now, a group of lawyers engaged in a protest opposite the main entrance to the Supreme Court. According to the protesters, various individuals have begun to treat the judges and lawyers with disgust due to the impeachment process against the Chief Justice. Minister of Indigenous Medicine Salinda Disanayaka said that the first University of Indigenous Medicine will be established in Mihintale this year. He made this announcement at an event held in Kurunagala yesterday.
A new building which was constructed at the DB Velagadra Ayurveda General Hospital in Kurunagala at a cost of 1.5 million rupees was declared open yesterday. If we take a look at the indigenous medicine, out of the main 6 disciplines of traditional medicine, this type of method is nearing extinction. If the children of the indigenous medical practitioners do not learn this discipline, then it is not passed down to the next generation. This is a challenge that we face. The time has come to bring together this vast knowledge of traditional medicine to one location. A University of Indigenous Medicine must be established to serve this purpose. We have taken the necessary steps for this. This year, we will commence a University of Indigenous Medicine in Mihintale.
Take a look at the weather situation now. The landslide warning issued for Badulla, Nuwara, Kandy and Mathale districts have been extended by another 24 hours. This was confirmed to News First by the National Building Research Organisation. Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre requests the public to remain vigilant as the spill gates have been opened in number of reservoirs in many provinces including North Central Province. The centre noted that 3 deaths have been reported owing to the inclement weather since Wednesday. The Department of Meteorology says that intermittent showers are expected for most areas in the island today as well.
The Disaster Management Centre says that around 200 families have been affected due to floods experienced in 8 Gramanildari divisions in the Badulla divisional secretariat. Meanwhile, the body of an individual who was washed away in the tide in the Kuda Oya in Badulla was discovered this morning. The incident had taken place at around 7:30 p.m. yesterday. The body has been recovered near the Sapattu Palama in Hangwella, located 750 meters away from the location of the incident. The deceased is a 65-year-old resident of the Jinanandagama area. Vehicular movement along the Polonnaru Badiklo Road has been disrupted owing to the overflowing of the Mahaveli River. The Deputy Director of the Polonnaru District Disaster Management Centre, Upul Nanakar, said that the stretch from Gallala to Manampitiya has been inundated. Our correspondent said that this area was inundated on 4 occasions since December last year. Meanwhile, the Deputy Director of the Polonnaru District Disaster Management Centre said that 10 spill gates of the Parakrama Samudra have been opened. A landslide threat has been issued yet again in the Varathan area along the Katukastora-Gannoro road. The police advises those using the road to remain vigilant. A 20-feet cave-in could be seen last evening in one lane of the Peradeniya-Gampolo road in close proximity to the engineering faculty of the University of Peradeniya. Meanwhile, a landslide occurred on the Nuwareli-Badula main road in close proximity to the Haggala Gardens last night. Our correspondent noted that one lane of the road has been opened for vehicular traffic.
A woman was stabbed to death with the use of a sharp weapon in the Mahavatta area in Indurua. According to the police, the murder took place at around 1:10 a.m. inside the victim's house. The deceased has been identified as a 39-year-old mother of 3. The police suspect the murder may have been committed due to a land dispute and adds that the suspect has been identified. In sports news, the first one-day encounter between Sri Lanka and Australia is currently underway at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia.
Winning the toss, Australian skipper George Bailey opted to take first lease of the wicket. Openers Aaron Finch and Philip Hughes commenced the Australian innings. The two debutants put on an opening stand of 53 runs before Finch was dismissed for 16 runs by Ajanta Mendes.
Get out like that.
Oh, yes, surely. Yeah, you got to work it straight away.
Usman Khawaja became the second Australian wicket to fall today as he was run out for 3 runs.
Direct hit would have done him that one.
Skipper George Bailey then joined Philip Hughes at the crease to steady the Aussie innings. Bailey hammered his 4th ODI half-century today.
Works powerfully into the...
It was always 2 and that. There was a bit of hesitation again. Brings up...
Meanwhile, Hughes went on to record his maiden one-day century.
100 on debut. Philip Hughes in 123 balls. Really well played.
Baseman Lasith Malinga provided the much-needed breakthrough for Sri Lanka, dismissing the Centurion for 112 runs.
I reckon Chandimal's hung on.
Time you have to respect in a fine bowler there will be.
Australia went on to score 305 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in the allotted 50 overs. And that was look at our lunchtime news today. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a pleasant afternoon.